Hello, my name's Amanda Wall and I've just graduated from the MA Innovation in Sound. I used to be a singer-performer, live performance definitely, but I've changed plan. So it's still live performance, but it's more live narration and immersive techniques are being used in a live show. Fear is ideally put together families' emergency accommodation restart, and it's there aimed to raise awareness and support families that are homeless currently using audio and visual. To explain the story. The inspiration behind the project was having been homeless with my children in 2022 and having attended various appointments with heads of housing and having recorded those appointments made me realise there needs to be more awareness about the housing crisis now, and I wanted to raise funds to help support those families. The shelter initially got involved with me. Working with them has been brilliant because of resource and everything I've needed to put into the audio, needed ethically to be viable, and everything they've provided me with I haven't had to question, so that's been just priceless support and help throughout. My working relationship with Shelter now is that I'm an advocate for them and just give information about my experience really. Campaigns, I was Winter Campaign last year and Winter Campaign this year. We've now done national press, we've now done the Sky campaign, and I will continue to do so.
So my name's Peter, I'm the Family Service Team Leader at Shelter in Bristol. I think projects like this are really important to highlight issues in the housing crisis, and especially at a local level because it is something that is so widespread and it is affecting so many families living in Bristol. And I think anything that can kind of bring a new light to that and another way of showing that and making sure that it is still kind of present in people's mind is really important. I think it's quite like a brave and inspirational project because it's coming from an experience that has been really challenging for her and her family, but she's managed to use that in a positive way to continue to raise the profile of the housing crisis in Bristol and use it in a way where she's actually trying to change the homeless experience for other families in Bristol as well. I think in Bristol at the moment the housing crisis is particularly bad. Private rents are on the increase, so I think it's now the second most expensive city in the UK. There's not enough social housing, like truly affordable social housing. So the result is that, the number of families in Bristol that are presenting as homeless is just increasing.
What makes this project unique is the fact that I was homeless, and those emotions and experiences have been rolled into this. And by using music and audio and visual and costume and techniques, immersive techniques and theatrical production, you're able to portray mentally how you felt in that situation. So it started off with ambisonic field recordings, going back to socio-political places like the Travel Lodge and the building sites that caused us dismay when we were staying in the hotels. Everything was kind of composed and put together in Logic. And then from Logic, the storytelling was then split into Reaper, which is an ambisonic software program, so we can space out the sounds and have it so it's more immersive, audio as opposed to flat audio. And then obviously with the Breathe track, which was the interactive part of the project, that was then bounced out in stems and put into Soundbeam 6, where you can use the two transducer beams and the pads to play the track, but more importantly for people to feel part of that interactive piece that we're going to be using for one of the venues. Mixture of Greatest Showman, sci-fi, immersive techniques, lots of luminous glasses, LED glasses and things that light up to make you feel like you're part of the show. The two main heads that are being used, called the Guardians, are there to represent Bristol City Council, and I come out from two mirrors from nowhere with a top hat and cane and want to tell people about the housing situation. So it's a demonstration, let me show you how it feels, and then we go into the storytelling. The Guardians will be chasing me around, trying to make me stop talking about the situation, because that's the whole point. And it's a fun reflection of a true crisis that we face at the moment. I've collaborated with quite a few organisations now, Bunkasonics primarily. Dan Delore is my kind of partner in all of it. I've now partnered with Emmanuel Spinelli, so he's now my partner for the project when it goes live. We've also got Soundbeam 6 who are going to be entertaining a whole room rather than just a piece in my storytelling now, which will be a whole interactive space which will show, demonstrations, illustrations visually of housing crisis. Coming back to DBS has helped me to develop my skills and career prospects in the sense that I've gone from being a singer in the music industry and I'm now a live performer, but it's opened up a whole new avenue of work for me. And I wanted to get more into cabaret, live narration, and still involve music in that, obviously. But I think, it's been the best thing I've done coming back. My favourite thing about being this is what got me to come back here, is the lecturers and the staff and the unity and the support that you get here to further your career. That's what drew me back to here. The equipment's second to none, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't that brought me back here. It was basically knowing that I would have support, mental health support, any kind of support that I needed. That's what brought me back. For the future, I'm looking forward to seeing some of the revenue coming back in. I'm looking forward to negotiating how much of that revenue gets put to music services for families that are stuck in hotels. And I'm looking forward to continuing to work with DBS and various organisations on this project.